All right, all right. What you don't have to do to get on the show. God bless America, Lubie. God bless America. American hockey, women,
Flags.
men.
You have the flags. That's great.
I look like George Foreman. Remember when George Foreman did that? That
Yeah,
was a great thing. See,
I love
I'm a proud American. I believe in this. And sport can help promote what's great about America. Although there was something that was called into question a little bit last night, but we don't want to get into that because I'm through with it, Lubie. Until things change, I'm through complaining. I don't know. I mean, you guys think whatever you want. I put something up. I put that thing up from Bananas because it actually struck me as being even more prophetic than it was when I originally started alluding to that. The whole business about all those who are now not 16 are now 16 struck me, and I'm thinking, yeah, that would be something that could have easily been said.
Oh no.
There you go. I stepped right into a big pile of dog poop here. Anyway, good to be with you. The voice was shot. I don't know what happened, and I got some kind of Florida mung. I haven't had this about 6 months ago when I came back from my Keeneland trip. And for some reason, Louie, I don't know if you find this, and people, if you find this as well. And by the way, good morning, Mike Lubie Lubitz. We got very restless Luca Panici Lubitz. I'm Jeff DeForest, and rumors of my death greatly exaggerated. So,
Greatly, maybe a stretch.
eh,
Exaggerated is true.
yeah, I mean, while I couldn't speak, I actually was feeling okay. And now that I got a little bit of an ability to at least get some sounds out of the voice track here, which of course it happens on a week where I was supposed to record like 18 new things for different projects that I'm working on. One of which is a reel of voiceover work, which I'm supposed to send to some highfalutin agency in Los Angeles. And I'm thinking, good, finally. I mean, lightning has struck. I don't know that it's going to go anywhere, but you want to put your best foot forward. And I wake up on Sunday morning and I can't make a sound. And I'm thinking, all right, I got to cancel all those sessions.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to get it back. I don't want to exaggerate, the problem or exacerbate the problem any further. But I figured we owed it to you people to come on here and do a show. Tony's going to join us, Tony Segreto, so maybe he can carry the ball there. And we may bow out a little bit early to try and preserve the chances of getting better throughout the rest of the week. But Louie, how are you? I haven't had a chance to speak with you. I would have to say, and that morning hockey game on Sunday morning, or was it Saturday or Sunday morning? I guess it was
Oh, Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
It's
Yeah,
the last day. It's like the last real event before they do the closing.
about as exciting a game as I've ever seen of any
That was
sport. I
great.
mean,
That was great.
it's always the most recent one. And you're only as good as your last film. But yeah, I mean, so well contested. This Halabuck was unbelievable. That one save where he, I mean, magically got a stick on the puck. A little bit of luck never hurts, right? You need luck. My friend Albert Davila always said that to me. You need a little bit of luck. Of course, Albert, I often reference, a good friend of mine for over 50 years, former bantamweight champion of the world, had no luck for a lot of his career in terms of catching a break. And then finally, he broke through and turned out to be, as I've referenced in stories, one of the weirdest sports stories I've ever been involved with happened to involve a personal friend of mine where his greatest moment of glory was also a big moment of tragedy as he won his championship, and the guy that he was fighting ended up dying as a result of that fight. And I'll never forget this. When I was interviewing him a couple of years later, we were doing a feature about what happened there and illustrating the story. And it struck me, and it was kind of like this Lindsey Vonn thing, where I said, "So how did that make you feel?" And he looked at me right in the eye, and this was a really nice guy, a family man. He put 5 kids through college. They all are doing great, still doing well himself out in California. And he said, he looked at me straight on, Libby, and said, "It could have been me,"
Yeah.
which is sometimes what we take for granted. I mean, this whole Lindsey Vonn thing, when you see what happened with her and what she's going through, she'll probably never be the same. They were talking about amputating her leg, and the people that were critical were saying, "Oh, what a selfish bitch." You're like, well, what are you kidding me? I mean, you know what kind of balls it takes to do this stuff? There are different types of people, but well, we know the hockey players are a different breed. That was as well contested and entertaining a hockey game. I think naturally the game, the Miracle on Ice, 1980 Lake Placid, is always going to kind of be the one because this was a David versus Goliath thing. Here you had matching NHL players. I mean, we had guys from the Panthers on both teams, USA and Canada, and they were significant parts of both teams. But Yeah, I mean, as much fun as I've ever had watching a sporting event. I was glad I was on early in the morning on Sunday because it made for a really nice day to wake up and have that happen. And congratulations to them and the women, of course, after dominating. I mean, just total domination all throughout the preliminary stages leading up to the gold medal game. Then get the challenge of a lifetime and have to come back from the grave, score in the last couple of minutes to get the game into overtime. People who are bitching, what did you think about this? I don't have a problem with the 3-on-3 in overtime. As long as the rules are universal, makes it, it's probably the most exciting thing you see in the NHL when those games go to overtime and they go 3-on-3. So those were the rules that were adapted for the Olympic Games. A lot of people are crying, "Oh, well, they took." I don't know. Did we need to see three overtime periods?
Oh,
No. You knew it was going to end soon, and you couldn't help but be on the edge of your seat or be standing up. I couldn't leave the house. I was thinking. Normally, I'm thinking the first overtime period in any playoff game is probably going to go zip zip, and we're going to a second overtime. And I don't know how exhausted do you want these guys to be? You want them to look like the people in the 50 kilometer. What was that? The cross country. One of the last events at the Winter Olympics was the 50 kilometer thing, cross country skiing. Do you realize that that's like a marathon on
yeah, yeah.
on skis? It's absolutely insane. So, congratulations to all involved there. Nice cap off to the Winter Olympics. I will say I kind of miss having some of this stuff going on in the morning. I was getting a little bit tired of it, but that really reinfused me with the kind of enthusiasm that you were looking for coming out of the games. It was great to see the USA win. A lot of different stuff came out of that. We can get into that, but many things on the docket here because we missed you the last couple of days. You were saying this, Lubie. I think Spolstra, Eric Spolstra, was listening to you because I was watching the Heat lose to Milwaukee last night. Did you watch it in a game? A very fast-paced game. I think there were something like 30 ties in that game. It was incredible back and forth. No Giannis Antetokounmpo. So the Heat went into that game somewhere between a 5.5 and a 6 point favorite. And I remember looking at the odds board in the morning, and I thought, well, what's the deal there? Why would the Heat be favored? And of course, the immediate reaction would be, okay, no Giannis. I don't know. Was he injured or just he wouldn't
Yeah,
sit
he's
out a whole
injured.
game?
Remember,
Would he?
he's had an injury that he's working on. He wants to come back. The team, as Scoop has said on our show, I think a couple of times, the team does not want him back. Like they want to be really bad so that they can get a high pick because they're not good, and then hopefully try and entice him to stay. He is not that far from coming back and wants to play. So, but right now it's a real injury and he's out because of an injury. He's been out for an injury.
Made for a very entertaining ball game, actually. And I had this thought, Luby. Remember when people were crying that the Heat had to give away Jimmy Butler? And we were talking about it at the time. I mentioned it to you. You were sort of thinking that the Heat got screwed in that deal. And I said, I think Andrew Wiggins is a pretty good player. And then watching him as a Heat player perform as a member of the Miami Heat, you're thinking, okay, what was wrong with this guy? Maybe he's not as good defensively as Jimmy Butler. He's not quite like the closer type of player that Jimmy Butler had been when he was playoff Jimmy. But if you look at what's happened and transpired since that deal, Luby, you also got a draft pick from the Golden State Warriors, which turned into this Kasparis Jakasionis, who was playing significant minutes last night. And Andrew Wiggins has been great for the Miami Heat this year, especially in this stretch where they had won three in a row. Now, they lose last night, couldn't close out the ball game. But I don't know. I mean, could you say at this point, with Jimmy Butler injured and not having done that much, he also was hurt at the end of last year when the injury occurred. Did the Heat actually make out? They got rid of a guy who was a real bummer for him, who was a sourpuss, who was kind of disintegrating whatever Heat culture was pervading the atmosphere at the time. He was really a negative factor there. And if you look at it overall, Luby, what would you say in hindsight that wasn't as bad of a deal as it looked on paper at the time?
I didn't think it was bad at the time. Again, all year I didn't want Butler traded because I thought they'd figure it out. And then as the last, I guess, 2 months or so before the trade happened, it was clear he was going to do what he's done everywhere else and just tank everything. So I was like, okay, well, you have to trade him. So you got a guy that can start, who has been an all-star in his career, who can play defense, who can hit a three, and he's a veteran for a team that you're trying to play a lot of young guys. Like, Yeah, it wasn't a haul, but you weren't going to get one. Anyone in the league realized what we went on to see. Jimmy Butler played a few games, then got hurt, and then he was in the playoffs and had one good game, and then got hurt. And then this year he played a little and then got hurt. Like, this is what Butler is now, and he's missing the entire year, and he's in his late 30s now. Like, I mean, you had to get rid of him. You got an actual player. You got a pick. Like, okay, you got a lot more than if you had kept him. So they clearly won the trade. And again, the Warriors are a disaster now. The Heat are the one flirting with a 6 to 8 seed, and the Warriors are flirting with an 8 to 10 seed in a conference that's vastly more difficult.
I didn't see the final total on Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero is coming off the bench now, but I believe Spoelstra has capitulated to your idea. He was playing Powell, who, wow, well, where did this guy come from? He was showing great signs last year with the Clippers. Why wasn't he more highly touted as a player, more highly coveted? The Heat snare him. It seemed like that was kind of an afterthought. Oh, yeah, well, I got this guy, Norman Powell. Excellent season he's put together for the Miami Heat so far. And Wiggins has been really good. Bam Adebayo was kind of a non-factor in this game last night. I don't know what he ended up scoring, but
Which is weird because the game without Giannis is the game Bam should be their catalyst. Like, that's annoying. They played the young guys, which I like. Alcatronis had a nice game. Ware had a nice game. They're giving Ware almost minutes. He should get 25 to 30 minutes, not 18, but it's better than 4. And Heroes under 30 minutes, which what I'd like to see. And Wiggins is about around 25, 30 minutes, which is fine. Like, they're playing the young guys. It's just, again, they're in this directionless crap. Either be bad, which is fine with me, or be good. Like, you're playing the Bucks without Giannis. You should win that game. Like, that's weird, but whatever.
the odds makers thought so, but they were dead wrong as usual. No, the odds makers are usually right, but
Yes.
people that jumped on that Heat bandwagon probably feeling a little bit of financial pain today. All right, so what do you think? I mean, what's the direction? They had won 3 in a row. Now that was a very disappointing loss in a game where they clearly seemed to have an advantage with Giannis out against Milwaukee on the road. Milwaukee trying to tank, and you can't tell players to tank. It's impossible to tell players they go out there and lose. Very fast-paced game, though. Entertaining as an NBA game goes, and yet still the reliance on just jacking up three-pointers, Lubie. People keep saying that's going to be the ruination of the game. I don't know. Is it more popular than ever? But it's Chucker City, is it not? I mean, you rarely see any kind of offensive strategy of working the ball. It's all passing around a perimeter. And somebody, oftentimes a guy that's not necessarily that proficient at shooting threes, shoots threes. Mine, again, way, your objection to the guy on the Celtics, Peyton.
Yes, the one I still don't understand how he's good, but he clearly is good.
That guy's great. What are you talking about? I mean, he is the epitome of the average white guy.
Yes,
that can actually play a little bit and can run with the brothers, if you'll excuse my French on that.
That's what we used to say, yes, and he definitely is that guy. He actually fits, which is annoying.
I watched him the other night. I mean, the guy's got this fantastic step-back jumper that he gets off in the paint, outside. He was chucking threes. Now he happened to have a particularly hot game. But I don't know that it's fair to condemn him, Lubie, in the fashion that you did just because you
I've been wrong about him. He's clearly an NBA player. He's clearly a rotation player. And for them, he's a top 5 player for a team that's a top 3 seed. So, no, he's proven me wrong. Him and Derek White, 2 players that I watched them play, and I don't understand it. They're both legit players. Derek White has become a defensive force and one of their top 3 players, and for a team that won a title. And it's contending this year to at least be in the Eastern Conference Finals. And Peyton Pritchard is a legit starter, and he's a key cog for that team. I don't know. I don't understand it, but they're legit players. I mean, I was very wrong about both of them.
Cavs destroyed the Knicks last night. I believe they're 13-2 in their last 15.
And the Knicks have fallen apart. The Knicks have become sort of a mess.
Last couple of games have not been pretty.
Especially against the good teams. It's very similar to last year. And I think that goes to what I say. They're a good regular season team. And they'll find themselves in the top 4 seed because they have a lot of competent players, but they have a lot of the same thing, and they don't have a legit number 1. So when they play the good teams who have a legit number 1 and have a lot of talent, differentiated talent, Pistons, Cavs, they struggle immensely against both of those teams. Like they're not good, and they're really bad against the Pistons. Like the Pistons are a horrendous matchup, and the way they're trending, they can see the Pistons in the second round, which it would be horrible for the Knicks. Like the Knicks, this Pistons team has gained a lot of confidence. This is not, and again, like we talked about, that Pistons team should have beat them last year. This team is really good, really deep, and they don't play like a young group. Like they're not scared, they don't care. They were right there toe to toe with the Thunder the other day. I don't remember how it shook out, but they were in that game the whole game. And again, the Thunder are missing their two of their top 3 players, which I don't understand what's going on with Williams and SGA, to be brutally honest. But like the Pistons are for real, and the Knicks, that's a horrible. That's just they're a very physical team. The Knicks are soft. It's funny, for a really good defensive team, they're sort of soft. Like Cat Brunson is tough for his size, but he's soft. Like he's not a good defender. He's not a rebounder. Like you have to sort of just stay away from him. Like if you're like you in late moments, they literally take Brunson out. And Karl Anthony Towns is a very skilled big man who is super soft. Like he's like the definition of like Charmin. So like the Pistons aren't that. The Pistons are very physical. Like it's a very tough matchup for them. Like the Knicks are an interesting team because they should be a team that you would see in the conference finals. But if they face a Cavs or again another physical team or a Knicks, I don't see them beating them in the playoffs. Like those are really bad matchups for them.
Didn't the Cavs just destroy the Pistons? Cade Cunningham, I think, went 5 for 24 in that game. And
since they got Harden, which I don't know what to do with that, have been
Harden's been good for them.
Been unstoppable. They've been unstoppable.
It's amazing to me because he doesn't look like he's doing anything. He's not nearly as effective or quick and tough to guard as he used to be. But I guess, I don't know, what would you call it? High basketball IQ? It doesn't seem like he's even trying that hard, does it? James Harden?
He's smart. He plays very smart basketball. I don't know if they go for the foul stuff like they used to, but he's a good facilitator. He can hit a shot. And he was playing well for the Clippers before. I mean, they went on a sick run before they traded him. In the Cavs, again, Garland, I didn't like the trade because Garland's this young guy, but Garland is very much like Harden in the sense that he shies away in big moments, and there's long stretches where Garland's Harden,
and
at least
he's hurt a lot. I mean, that's been the problem.
And he has hurt a lot. Yes. And Harden is playing good basketball. I don't know what to do with him because he always falls flat in the playoffs. Like, and the Cavs, as we saw last year, fell flat as a team. So like Harden, whatever he's doing, has to keep that up for them to continue to be, again, they're tied for the 3 right now. And there's no reason why they couldn't push the Celtics. I mean, they have a lot more shot talent than the Celtics. So they're that 2 seed. And yes, much like they're a bad matchup for the Knicks, they're also a bad matchup for the Pistons. Because where the Pistons don't have veterans, the Celtics do. The Celtics aren't young anymore. The Celtics are a veteran-laden team that has gone to the playoffs a bunch of years now, has had their struggles. Maybe Harden puts them, I don't know. It's so weird to like think of Harden as the guy putting you over the top when Harden's the one that always sucks in the playoffs.
Massive chokes, especially in critical games in the postseason. We've seen that. And I still go back to when I said that James Harden would be the key to that series, Oklahoma City and the Miami Heat. Well, when the Miami Heat looked like they were going to go down to Oklahoma City, looked like they had a superior team. And James Harden was like the third consideration. They had Westbrook, Durant, and James Harden as a big 3. And Harden was kind of up and coming at that time. And I remember trying to sound smart about the NBA like I was Hubie Brown or something. I said, hey, key to the series is James Harden. And I was right because he was so bad in that series that he gave the Heat the championship that year. So every now and then you hit one on the head. It's like you catch one by accident. You liked one horse that was part of a 2-horse entry and the other one wins. As when High Echelon came home in front as the 1A in the Belmont Stakes one year when I was all over the other horse. All right, we're going to come back with Tony Segreto. I wanted to get into your Combine Chronicles also, Lubie, but I can see I'm already struggling. So we'll probably be with you for about another 15 minutes or so. A gradual return, and hopefully be 100% tomorrow. But making no excuses, Tony Segreto goes old school with us, brought to you by Texas Roadhouse Restaurants. We'll get his thoughts on the Olympics. And I really want you to zero in on your Combine Chronicles because a lot of coaches were talking yesterday. A lot of stuff was going on. Everybody's very positive at this point in time with the National Football League, but some changes are coming, and right here in Miami as well, as we know. So we'll be back with Tony Segreto and Old School in a moment. Now that
the time,
and it gives me time to choke to death. It's 8:34.
Hey, folks, Tony Segreto here. Let me ask you a question. What do you look for when you go out to eat? Good food, obviously, friendly atmosphere, not too loud, but good energy, reasonable prices, and a place where you feel comfortable. All those ingredients, no pun meant there, are hard to find unless you're talking about the Texas Roadhouse. You see, they encompass all of those attributes. Really, really good food, amazing atmosphere, good for a family, good for a date, or just a night out for yourself, and prices that will make you extremely happy. Their ribs unmatched. Steaks hand cut every day. Everything, and I mean everything, is made on site, including their incredible bread. It's the one day, folks, that you can forget about low-carb diets. Trust me when I tell you, Texas Roadhouse, your restaurant, your destination when you say, where should we go and eat tonight?
From the newly renovated sports bar to the beautiful bayside views captured at the Tiki Bar, Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill has it all. Located at mile marker 104, the Big Chill also offers waterfront dining while experiencing breathtaking sunset views of the Florida Keys. It's simply the hottest spot in the Keys to cool off. That's Jimmy Johnson's Big Chill at mile marker 104 in Key Largo. For more information, call today at 305-453-9066.
Joe Bees. The bees collect the pollen, bring it to Joe, he packages it, and he gets it to you. It's simple, 100% natural, and it's good for you.
There's only one place to get Joe Bees, and that's from me. Joe B.
If you want to look and feel good, call 877-300-5632.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
We are now kicking it old school with the one and only Tony Segreto. Brought to you by Texas Roadhouse.
All right, welcome back to the show. We got Tony Segreto with us going old school. Tony, what's happening? How are you, my friend?
I am fine. Excuse me.
Is it
I am
contagious?
fine and dandy, and I heard you. Hot tea and honey do the trick.
So stay away from the cold beers. I did walk myself. I was feeling better yesterday, actually. I couldn't make a sound, though, but I was feeling better. And today it came on even worse. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. And I have Tony Segreto. What do I need to do? I got Lubie and Tony Segreto. All I got to do is toss a couple of softballs out there, and you guys will knock it out of the park. It's not like I'm Eddie Feiner up here pitching.
The Olympics.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was, I loved every part of it. And I'm sad, like you, that it's over. Because I was, the morning stuff was great. They had the offhanded side of the Olympics. But all in all, it was, and the Sunday morning gold medal game by the men was fantastic.
Good hockey game, yeah.
Oh my! One of the best hockey games I've seen.
Considering everything, I mean, what was at stake? The narrative, of course, U.S. versus Canada. No wins since 1980.
That's crazy. I didn't realize they hadn't won at all since 80.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they've had some really representative teams. Like, for the last 3 or 4 decades, they've been the two most talented rosters. Like, they were, and I get it that one team had Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, and Messier, but Americans also had Brett Hull, Mike Modano, and Keith Tkachuk. Like, it's weird that they couldn't pull together one gold. Like, the other countries had so much less talent. Like, that's crazy. They went almost 50 years between gold medals.
Almost 50 years, Libby. Almost 50. And
46 on the number there.
yeah, and that was and that team 46 years ago was college kids.
Yeah.
That was a shock. That was like they pulled it out of the rear. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the story there was great. They got crushed. There was a nice 30 for 30 on that on ESPN. And if you watched them get crushed by the Russians in that game in Madison Square Garden before the Olympics started, 10-2, I think, was the final, or 10-4, or something in there. It might have been a Broderick Crawford. There was no chance they were going to beat the Russians. And then people do forget that they had to win another game against Finland to win the gold medal.
That's what I think people forget. They had to beat Finland first.
No, they had to win the goal, and they beat the Russians. And
Yeah,
then
they had to be Finland to actually win the gold. The Russian game wasn't the gold medal game. Everyone forgets
it
that.
would have been an easy letdown there. Great heroes, Micah Ruzioni. It was nice to see him on the Olympic coverage, and I was a big fan of Jim Craig. It was just kind of cool. Amateurs going against real
It was
Let's
great.
face it, that was a big beef about the Olympic Games, that the Russians were essentially running a professional organization in all sports, and how unfair it was that we were running in there with amateurs. And that led, of course, to the pros coming in basketball, and then now in hockey. But great stuff.
Lubie, were you even born then?
I was not. I was just before my parents had me, but I grew up. My mom, like, they were in the apartment that they had before they moved into the house they have now with me, or had with me, and they talked about that a lot. Like, they talked about that game like it was a big deal. Like, again, it's not just from I grew up with them talking about the game. So like I watched this game just because, like, it was cool. And then as the game's going on, they're like 46 years. I'm like 46. I'm like, oh my God, this game actually means a lot. Like this, I was like, that's why these players are like so into this freaking thing. Like, I know Canada has not won as much as they should, being the dominant force in hockey. So it's a big deal to them. And I guess they hadn't won since 2010, which is still pretty insane. And the Americans hadn't won since 1980. Like, all these guys grew up not being able to achieve this. So it made a lot of sense why these guys, like, they played hard. Like, the way Boucher was talking about it, that game was rough. Like, it was intense, that game.
They played hard, and the emotion after the game, and it was genuine. It was absolutely, hi, Luca. It was absolutely genuine. And the accolades they got, they were at the State of the Union last night.
That bothered me a little bit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with honoring these guys. I just didn't like seeing him being a political pawn.
You know why he did it, though? Because I'm telling you right now, if it was the Boston, if it was what's a team that is less color challenged, I feel like the Philadelphia 76ers won a title, he would not be ushering them into the stadium. Like, it's very clear what he was doing, and that's what's annoying about it. Good for them, it's fine. It's just
it was good for them. It was good for the hockey team.
It's annoying what he's trying. It's just annoying.
A political move, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lubie has a valid point. If it was a team full of black guys,
nope.
What would he has? They would have been in the aisles there, standing there. Well, I really don't even like to get into it anymore.
I didn't either.
I got so sick of everything. I put something funny up on Facebook just as a joke, and the people start attacking you, and it's so weird. I can't get into it anymore. I hope that someday we get back to some kind of normalcy, but we'll see. The voters obviously a couple of years ago thought, whether it was rigged or not, that this was the move they needed to make. I mean, we all know what our thoughts are, and it turned out to be like a giant mistake. Let me ask you this, Tony, because you've been involved in various artistic endeavors here. I don't know if you were ever hosting any Art Basel events. Were you ever involved in that? I mean, we had Freddie Pacheco was a very significant artist. People forget about that. Among his many talents, I'm sure he showed you his paintings when
I have 2 or 3 of his paintings.
Oh, wow.
So we've been known for having artists. We have a lot of musical talent here, as evidenced by just anytime you go out on the music scene. And we've had some very famous people originate here. Estefan's, of course, maybe being the most world-renowned, many others. And L.A., of course, is known for the arts. How is it that they are so far in L.A. superior to us in terms of having sculptors that the Pat Riley statue that was unveiled at that Laker ceremony was an exact replica depicting Riley in his ultimate essence?
Gorgeous.
And he had that Dwayne Wade statue.
Ugly.
It looked like something that they pulled down at Camilla's house. I mean, what was that?
Camilla's house.
Ugly. And Pat Riley's is so handsome.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
That strike you at all? I mean, I'm looking at the statue going, wait a minute, the same guy didn't do both of those statues. Holy roll on. I mean, what are we talking about? How could it be that much of a difference in terms of the artistic abilities of the people of the communities of L.A. and Miami? What do you think? That didn't stun you when you saw that statue?
We just picked the wrong artist.
Poor Dwayne Wade. I mean, Dwayne was a part of it.
Wade wanted that. That's what's weird. Wade asked for that weirdo statue.
We picked, no offense to an 8-year-old, but we picked the 8-year-old in the 5th grade, and he sculpted it, and they picked a professional sculptor.
I couldn't believe the difference. I mean, look, we've seen a lot of busts come out of the NFL Hall of Fame, and you look and you go, "Who's that?" But the Riley statue was absolutely beautiful and a great depiction of Pat Riley, and it caught him and captured sort of a
He
spectacular
doesn't.
vision of this guy. And then I'm thinking the Dwayne Wade statue looked like it was made with silly putty in 150-degree heat. And I started to melt, and the guy said, "Here, look, just take it." I don't know. That was just it struck me because I was watching that ceremony, and
It was awful.
that was really something. So there's no accounting for it, huh, Tony? You can't figure out. Are we really
Yeah,
inferior to
I
LA
figured it
that
out.
badly when it comes to the arts?
They put it up for an 8th grader to make it, and so be it.
All right, have you ever actually gone to the NFL Combine to cover the Combine?
Yes,
You have, and what were your thoughts on that?
waste of time.
Really? I mean, it would be good in the sense that you have a
You
gathering.
know, I just go back. I hate to say this, but you know, we're going to go old school here.
That's what it's all about.
Shula and Noel and pick a coach you like. They went on their guts and guts alone. They went on their, they timed the guys. They did everything. When it comes down to it, you got to have heart, you got to have vision, you got to have commitment, and you got to overcome your physical maladies, so to speak. These combines, the analytics are so many that the teams now are having a hard time discerning them.
It's probably an over-reliance on it. I mean, look, I was a big Earl Weaver fan. I know you were too. You got to know him because he was around here a lot, lived down here, and you'd run into him different places. But I always loved the guy that at least used a certain amount of gut
Smart.
instinct. But I guess I don't really pay that much attention anymore to the drills and things like that. I mean, it's always interesting to see some guy that's 300 pounds pop like a 4.3 40 if that happens. But what's interesting is what comes out of it, I guess, from a news standpoint. And it sounds like I don't know. I mean, what do you make of what's going to happen with this Miami Dolphins team? Lubie, are we really going to end up with Malik Willis? Because
No.
I was shocked to see this, though. Did you realize that last year in limited play, this guy went 30 for 35 passing, had 145.5 passer rating. Now it's only 35 throws, but did he make such an enormous ascent
Yes,
that we want him to be our quarterback here with the Miami Dolphins?
he might be.
What do
He
you
might be. He might be. Don't.
No, the Dolphins are interested. I mean,
Well, it's a Green Bay connection.
they're Green Bay guys. My problem for Willis is the number he's going to get is real starting quarterback money, and the Dolphins aren't close to, like, that's not going to solve things for them. Like, yeah, if they can get Mahomes or Josh Allen, then yes, they can in one offseason build a roster to be interesting. Like Malik Willis will be fine. Like he'll be okay, but he's not raising a horrible rock. Like whatever they're going to do this offseason is to be a young team that is 2 to 3 years away from competing. Like,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what, like, they can do whatever they want. They're not, again, remember the Patriots turned around, but again, they got a lot of those pieces 2 years in a row. They got those pieces, right? They got
a big name quarterback too.
Yeah, and they got him the last year and not this year. Like, to me, if they get Willis, it's fine, but the number they're gonna have to spend on, like, they're not a quarterback away. Like, I'd rather them focus on the lines, stick with Ewers, go get a cheap veteran quarterback, go draft a quarterback, and then either one of those guys is the guy next year, or then next year, after you've built the offensive line up a little bit, built the defensive line up a little bit, then okay, sure. But to me, they're not a quarterback. Like, you're putting Malik Willis behind a line that's with a defense that's You know, like, to me, they're in full rebuild, which is what I think they should have done a long time ago. So I'm glad they're doing it. To then go spend a ton on a quarterback is weird. Like that.
Well, Hafley said he's going to build a defense first.
Yeah. So then So then what are you getting Malik Willis just so that they're respectable? Yes, he'll make them more respectable. He could help them win 6-7 games as opposed to 4 or 5 games. But okay. Like, to me, it's a lot of money going into quarterback when you start to figure out the Tua situation. and it's not going to change you. He's not the kind of quarterback. If you're going to get a quarterback with this kind of a roster, it's got to be great, and he's not great. I think he's good. I think he's deserving of the money. I think someone should give it to him. I'd rather not the Dolphins. So we'll see.
I really I like what Hafley is saying, and I like what he's doing. Now let's see if he does it.
Yeah.
What I keep looking at is he's got a double anchor there. I mean, they have all this money that they are having to count as dead money against the cap.
Yeah.
And can they find somebody who's going to pick up Tua? Yeah, Matt Flynn was the answer to Andy's question. Guy that threw for 500 yards in the last game for Green Bay, and then Seattle picked him up. And Pete Carroll was the coach there. And even though they paid him an enormous money, Flynn, he ended up not starting because they took Russell Wilson.
Yes.
And made him the starter. All right, so you have optimism then, Tony, because the Dolphins were pegged to get like 4.5 wins over under.
I have to be optimistic because I'm a fan. I'm a journalist, ex-journalist.
Hey, you're not an ex. You're in the mix here, Tony. What are you talking about? You're on the cutting edge.
I'm hopeful that they're close to 500, but
can you watch the whole season though with Tua sitting on the sidelines making $50 million and not even playing? I mean, how weird is that? And healthy.
That's weird, but so be it.
Wow.
He's a good backup, a good number 3.
And I mean, that's what, to me, none of the situation, every situation has them paying the majority of his contract. Okay. Like, yes. And I love Bo. Kim Kimber tweeted him the other day. I guess he said it on a show. And I love Bo. We've had him on our show before. He's done the Lunchbox. He's a friend of all of ours. He's a dear friend of both of yours. He knows his sports. He knows the Dolphins. And what he said was what a lot of people feel. But I don't want to use the word moronic. I just think it's dumb that if you're going to pay the majority of someone's salary, why do it for them to be there? Like, if you're going to pay the majority of his salary and he's competent, I know everyone hates him now. He's the worst. Fine. He's not a top 6 quarterback. I don't care where you rank him. Fine. But he's competent. Like, he's better than any backup. If you look at the backups in the league, like, to pay him the majority of a salary for him to leave is dumb. Like, you know, it's not like you have a bevy of quarterbacks. Like, it looks bad. Who cares? Like, you're going to be a 3-4 win team. You're worried about looks. Like, to me, you pay him to be here. Is it weird having him sitting there? Definitely. Will it be awkward? Yeah. Okay. They're going to, again, be a 3 or 4 win team. It's all going to be awkward.
It's going to be awkward.
You pay him to be on your team, and maybe he plays well. Maybe he plays poorly. Look, maybe a team during the season needs a quarterback bad enough where then they trade for him. But to me, it just, I don't understand the logic.
It would be awkward for the first 3 games.
I just don't understand that. Yeah, definitely. Exactly. I just don't understand the logic in paying the majority of a salary, because no one, even cutting him, you're paying 99. You're paying next year's salary too if you cut him. Like, I don't get cutting him or trading him, paying the majority of a salary to not get his services. What is that? No one explains that to me. Where that, I guess they use the intangible. Well, it'll be an albatross. You're gonna win 3 games. Like, okay, so he leaves. You magically are. It's a happy 3 games. Like, what the hell's the difference? Like, I don't know, man. To me, if you're paying someone,
you're a professional. You're a professional. You have to deal with what comes your way. And if it means you're number 2 or number 3, so be it.
I never thought I'd see this day. Although we saw with Kirk Cousins, who is going to get released also. And I would imagine, and nobody's milked the system better than Kirk Cousins, I don't think. He's replaced Neil O'Donnell as my financial NFL idol, where he just constantly was taking advantage of whatever the system was, and got a $180 million contract, barely even played. He's not a bad quarterback. He's probably, somewhere mid-pack in the league, Lubie? What would you say?
He's a good number 2. He's a real good number 2.
I think 2 is top 16 to 20. And as a backup, he's number 1.
Interesting thought. Yeah, Jay Fiedler would be an idea. Maybe we could bring him back here, Tony. But wow, what a mess! Unbelievable. I still haven't figured it out, Louis. Have you? I mean, we talked about this last week. What the hell is dead cap money? What is it?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Even Ken, I was talking to Ken. Ken's like, yeah, I don't think outside of Donna Ponte, no one knows what dead cap money means.
What is it?
Dead cap money?
Yeah, I mean, if it counts against the cap, then and the cap's $200 million, and you've got $250 million in dead cap money, how do you feel a team? What I don't get it. The Dolphins have so much money and dead cap money that you would think they would have no players on the roster, right?
Exactly.
Well, they can resurrect it.
Great job, Chris Greer. That's all you can say. Whoever came in, this guy Sullivan, I mean, he can't do any worse than
no.
what
No
happened in the
way.
last several years.
Does Chris Greer get did he get hired?
No. Don't hire him.
Chris Greer, he's not going to
Maybe
be
a scout somewhere because I'm sure he's decent as a scout, but he's not going to.
Scout.
No, Stephen Ross, he'll be in real estate. We're running Hudson Yards. Tony, tell us about Texas Roadhouse because we're going to bow out a little early here before I choke to death. So
You don't feel well, do you?
you know what's funny? I lost my voice, believe it or not. I felt a little something coming on. I went to the track on Saturday, and I was screaming for this horse, which I desperately needed. I didn't think it would affect me because I felt fine, actually. And then the next day, I couldn't speak. I couldn't utter a sound. But I didn't feel terrible. And then last 2 days, though, I mean, you know how Florida colds go. They never go away. Just when you think you're over it, it comes back even stronger and hits you right in the head again. I feel like Tex Cobb in a Larry Holmes fight. But, yeah, it's definitely been a little bit of a struggle here this morning. But we wanted to – Lubie said that people were bugging him, and he was swamped with concern that I had passed away. Some people were happy about that. But we had to show it face today.
Your ex-wives in particular?
Nah, they're usually in general okay. I mean, it takes time. Time heals all wounds, Tony, in love and real estate. So, and let's hope that's the case because everybody's buried here with these condominiums. People are selling at prices. They're running out of the house there and setting fire to it as they leave. But all right, Texas Roadhouse, great place. I mean,
Is there a place better? Is there a place better for the price than Texas Roadhouse?
Honestly. I don't believe so. I mean, and you know what? People are raving about. I've been seeing a lot of feeds about chili. Where's a good place to get chili in town?
Oh, that's awesome.
It might be overlooked, the chili at Texas. Lubie loves it.
I love their chili. Yeah, whenever we get Texas Roadhouse, it's a go-to for us.
You get it every single time.
No, the chili's great. Shirley and I love the chili. Like, it's really good. It's nice and hearty. It's Texas style, so they don't have the beans, but it's thick. They give you the onions, the cheese, crackers. Like it's a side, but it's filling. The chili, it's really good.
You have some chili. You have the bread. You have a salad.
Oh, and the bread. You dunk the bread in the chili. It's ridiculous.
What more could you want?
You're good. And the steaks.
Not to mention the steak. I had a steak there recently. It was a T-bone. No, it was a New York strip. It was so thick and so big. And this is in, I forget where it was, what state it was in, but man, oh man, I was sitting at the bar. I had a beer. I can't beat it. You can't beat it. And I had the bread, of course.
I think you stole a bunch of rolls, Tony. Why don't you admit it? You took them from the road. No, they don't care either. I mean, and they do the thing with the peanuts too.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff you can eat before you even order a meal. It's really great, but the pricing is really incredible.
How they keep their prices the same?
I don't know. I mean, everybody else is jacking them through the roof and out of necessity. So they're doing a great job. And service is top notch, and they really care about the people that come in there. So
I sat at the bar. I had my meal. My meal came on time. Everything was so precise. Yep. And when I got the meal, it was hot. It was.
Yep. They do a great job.
Yeah. Excellent job, Tony. All right. Well said. You can tell you were overwhelmed by this, Tony. All right. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for saving me, Louie and Tony, because I was really going through a struggle there. Tony Segreto, ladies and gentlemen, old school.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hopefully better things tomorrow. I mean, there's signs of life here today, as they say.
Yeah, you got through it. And that's fine. Go get some rest. I'm sorry about the voiceover stuff. I've always thought you'd be great for voiceovers. So that's cool that finally.
And they would have shot, but
they're giving you a shot.
Literally, I got this guy bugging me. He says, when are you going to get your tape to us? So I'm like, yeah, I'll have it together tomorrow. And
that's great.
Then when we wake up the next day, I can't speak.
Just rested the rest of the day. It sounds like it's almost there. And
It's
we
coming
have
back. Yeah, it's better than I thought.
birds tomorrow, so we'll just talk lots of sports. Hopefully, Defo is
24 hours should make a big difference. All right, kiddo. Great job, Lubie. Thanks so much for doing everything, setting it up, and bearing with me. People will come back strongly tomorrow. That thing with the statue at Riley, though, it really.
I haven't seen it. I have to see it.
Take a look at it, Lubie. It's incomparable compared to.
The Wade one's the dumbest statue ever. Like that's.
If it's incomparable, can it be compared to the Wade statue? No.
Oh, you can compare, but it doesn't compare favorably.
It's one of the best statues I've ever seen of anybody. Abe Lincoln notwithstanding. I mean, great statue. And then, literally, I mean, we're the Art Basel capital.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Did you see this thing?
They have the suit, the hair.
Everything is perfect.
Like, it's just,
this guy is a disgrace. You ought to be, taken and isolated somewhere where they took like Navalny in Russia for putting that thing out by Dwayne.
Oh my God, it looks just like Riley.
Amazing. All right, kids. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll do a little better tomorrow. Thanks for bearing with us. For Mike Lubie Lubitz, I'm Jeff DeVore. See you next time as we leave you know that.
The time.
It's 9 o'clock.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Look what they done to my soul.